All right, welcome back everybody. So I just finished up polishing the barrel, and just to recap kind of why I ended up doing all of this stuff was because I wanted to epoxy the carbon fiber liner onto the barrel, and I figured while I had all this apart, I might as well do a polish and basically try to do everything I can to make this as accurate as possible. Anyways, so to epoxy the carbon fiber liner on, the only things you really got to do is clean up the outside of the barrel to make sure it's all clean so that the epoxy adheres really well, and then try to clean out the carbon fiber tube as best you can as well. And then I'm going to take a little bit of sandpaper, just lightly go over it, and then clean it with acetone. That's basically the process I'm going to use to make it really clean. And then you need to get your, well, if you can, you need to get your transfer port and the jam nut and measure where these are seating so that you don't glue the liner too close to those. So it's going to be evenly spaced between the jam nut and the transfer port, because apparently you do not want the jam nut to come in contact with carbon fiber tube itself. I'm just going to use this JB Weld quick weld. I've seen a bunch of people use a whole bunch of different kinds of stuff online, but it seems like just any kind of two-part epoxy will work fine. I did see Ernest Rowe use some like blue Loctite, I think is what he was using, and apparently that works really well also, but this is kind of what I had, so this is what I'm going to use. After this is all finished up and the carbon fiber is setting on the barrel, I'm going to just leave it alone probably overnight, and then tomorrow I'll come back and then reinstall the barrel, because I don't want to put any tension on this while it's drying so that it's not, you know, weirdly flexed or anything, if that makes sense. So that is what I'm going to do, and I'm just going to use this sanding disc. This is like 80 grit or something. It's just what I have. I think it'll be fine. So I'm just going to scuff up this middle section here. Kind of be careful of where I know putting some nice gouges in there, but that's kind of what you need. So all right, this is the transfer port side. Just measure it really quick so it comes out to there. Alrighty, wipe those off. Now I'm going to wipe it down with some acetone. Just going to use a little tray. So kind of going to get it pre-mixed a little bit. All right, so that is combined in there, and now I have about 5 minutes to complete this task. So kind of nerve-wracking. Okay. Just going to put one bead down. Put some little splatters around. I don't know. Okay. I'm going to start from the barrel side, and I'm going to rotate it as I put it in so that it kind of gets everywhere. Oh yeah, that's getting pretty stiff. So the end is coming out over there. Just gonna clean this up right there. This is where I'm gonna use the transfer port to see how far I need to go. Got that on. Here's the transfer port, so it is touching the transfer port still, so I need to squeeze it this way, just a tink. And now, probably can't see it on camera, but it is alright guys, so I just got cleaned up a little bit. Everything's done. So I put the epoxy on. I'm going to let it sit overnight. I'm going to get this all put back together, try out those things I did to see if I fixed the regulator at all, and then kind of go from there. I have a competition in about a week from now, so I really need to get this kind of going. Alright, so we're back the next day. I let that barrel sit overnight, and everything should be dried up and ready to go. So I'm going to install it back into the rifle and then get this thing put all back together. And then I'm going to take it out and see if there's any improvements anywhere. Alright, so I'm pretty much finished up, got it all back together. I did have one of the O-rings pop in the regulator when I tried to fill it up with air, so I ripped it down apart again, slapped a new O-ring on, and it's holding air now, so everything's good to go. So now I'm going to go out and test it, try to break in these new springs a little bit, just get everything to settle, and then kind of see where it's at and what it's doing. And so I will make another video on that when I take it out and how I go about trying to tune these for different slug weights and stuff. I'm going to end up tuning these for either the 33 or 34 grain H&Ns probably. And other than that, I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.